course we will look into it. Yes, I'm aware that it's an election year. Keep a hold of your head, Counselor. Now is not the time to lose your nerve. It would appear that someone has hocked a rose gold wedding ring and matching engagement ring. Sound familiar?
Deirdre Muller.
Press the pawnbroker and see what you can find out. The address is 348 South Main Street. The Muller case goes before the grand jury next week, and the DA does not want any egg on his face. Then get out to the railroad depot on Santa Fe Avenue. We have another poor unfortunate found this morning beside a railroad line. 40-year-old white woman.
Right, Skipper.
Let's hope she's not naked. But, yeah, what's going on, guys? Hope you guys will enjoy. Welcome back to LA Noire. I kind of want to change my outfit. That's not bad. I like that one. I don't know if I've worn this one before. But, yeah, welcome back to LA Noire. Hope you guys will enjoy.
Another body and Deirdre Muller's ring. The Emperor may soon have to come to terms with the fact that he's wearing no clothes.
Exactly. Did you get that book of riddles shoved up your ass, Phelps? Is that what your old man paid college tuition for?
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45.
Not what I wanted to do. I was gonna walk. Well, the exit's this way. Oh, I didn't look there. But, yeah, hope you guys will enjoy. I'm thinking we should probably go to the rail yard first, if I'm being honest, because we want the coroner to still be there and
You drive.
make
I need to
sure
go over the
we
case
get there as
notes.
soon as possible.
You've got to admit, this is looking odd.
Anyone could pawn a ring.
But if you take it along with all of the other indicators,
Cole, Hugo Moeller was identified by the school's groundkeeper. He's our guy.
witnesses have fingered the wrong guy before.
He ran, for God's sake.
And he always maintained he was set up.
You boys ready? Follow me.
Stand here, 190.
Thank
Hard,
God
isn't it?
she's
Yeah.
dressed.
I look
but her
after all the
skirt's
rail
a little
depots.
high.
What have you
or
got?
The bottom of
The
the dress.
Negro, Nelson Gaines, called it in. I came down here to make sure him and the other guy, Jameson, stuck around.
Jameson found the body?
Something like that. Guy makes me sick.
We'll talk to the coroner. Keep an eye on both of them.
Okay. Good thing she's closed. But the bottom of her dress is a little high.
What have
Might
we
have
got
to edit
here?
it.
White female, approximately 40 years of age, lipstick smudges on the face, but no writing, at least nothing legible. A blunt force trauma to the temple, nose, and eye regions. Ligature marks point to the probable cause of death being strangulation.
Any idea of the time of death?
From her temperature, after midnight would be my guess.
Jeez.
Smell?
Very good. There is the usual evacuation smell, but it appears she's been living rough for quite some time.
Very strong smell of alcohol.
Well, the autopsy will tell, but I would assume that she was inebriated.
She got some marks on her neck.
Another missing ring.
Certainly seems I've been swabbing a lot of bare fingers recently.
Can you be more exact about the time of death?
No later than 2 a.m. The state the body was in, a 1 or 2 hour window is the best I can do.
Okay. Ooh, you got it laid out on a carpet or whatever for me? Thank you. Okay, makes it easy for me. You can skim over this if you want.
Someone was trying to get her to come home.
Whoever they are, they're religious. Could be a possible motive. Not what I wanted to do. Nope. Pick that back up. Thank you.
We could go over to the lot and see what they know about her.
That's gonna be difficult, Cole. Keystone Studio lot closed back in 41.
Okay. Got a bar.
Maybe someone
This
at
is
Mensch's will
bar.
remember her.
Let's hope so. And then this is...
This is a chit for personal items, not booze. It's an angle worth investigating.
Airbrush, bowling pin, statuette, makeup, clothes. Interesting.
Want to leave me alone so I can get some work done? Go
think
play in
we're
front
good,
of the
aren't we?
trains.
We can talk about it later, Phelps.
Detective Phelps and Galloway, homicide. Can you tell me exactly what happened?
We were shutting cars over to the main line when I saw this man here lying on top of this woman. The woman wasn't moving and seemed to be in a bad way.
What time was this?
About 7:30 this morning, sir.
Thanks for your help. Have you given Patrolman Hart your detail?
I have, sir.
Thank you. You can go now.
Okay. So you were on top of a woman, huh?
Detective Phelps, LAPD homicide.
John Ferdinand Jameson.
We need you to answer some questions, John.
If you don't mind, I prefer Ferdinand.
Don't push your luck, knucklehead.
What were you doing to the body, Ferdinand?
Are you sure you won't be upset?
Try me, Ferdinand.
I was kissing her.
Okay.
It's not against the law.
Shut up.
There's no
Take
law
your
against
beating
it.
like a man.
Turn out your pockets, Ferdinand.
Is that the same lipstick?
Classic Carmine.
Smudged.
Is this yours, Ferdinand?
No. I found it near her purse.
Tampering
I
with
thought she
evidence.
could use some lipstick.
Rusty, stop! Don't hit him.
Please hit him again. He deserves it. So he likes... So I guess he's into necrophilia.
You found the body?
Yes, I did. I work here. I was coming off shift and headed home.
Yeah, sure.
Why didn't you report the body, Jameson? Do you know how this is going to look to a jury?
A jury? What gives? I could tell that she was dead. I came through here about midnight last night. She wasn't here then.
Let me belt him again.
So you were kissing her and you knew she was dead. What the hell?
You went through her purse?
It wasn't like she needed it. I took a look.
Well, I think he's telling the truth, but I mean, she's not going to need it, so yeah.
Did you take any money?
Wasn't any to take. I found her lipstick and her matchbook over on the mat. Not much else.
You're under arrest, Jameson. We'll see how this plays out. Until then, you can think a little on how you'd like to be treated if you were found dead.
I'm telling you, it's not illegal. Me and some friends of mine...
Clyde, can you get this sack of shit into a cell? I'll deal with him later.
Sure, Rusty.
Okay. Jesus.
Too slow, Rusty.
Yeah, as soon as I'm finished.
Can I get in the cars? I want to see after we do this.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address on Levine's Liquor. Closest store to the Santa Fe Avenue rail yard, if possible.
Just a moment, Detective. Closest store would be the one at 939 South Hope Street.
Thanks.
I'm going to see if I can get in. That's cool. Can I get in the other one?
Great. How are we gonna look getting around in this thing, Cole?
Who knows? Alright.
You can drive.
Fine.
Let's go
Where
to
we
the
headed?
pawnbroker, I guess. Might as well.
read that those goddamn Chinese want to sell the relief food that we're sending them?
Yeah. Yeah, I read about that.
Those people are starving. They can't do that.
They want to sell the food to fund the civil war against the communists.
Really? I guess that's okay then.
Armies can't fight without food. Spend all your money on weapons, but you still have to have the will to fight. Fortunately, the Reds will win in China.
Watch your mouth. You know what you're saying?
The people of this country overthrew a king. You think the Chinese will balk at an emperor if they are starving?
I will say he does have a point. You don't really have a will to fight if you're starving. Alright, let's go in. See what he knows. Or she, who knows.
How can I help you boys?
Looking to buy a ring. 2, exactly.
Detectives Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. You have a rose gold wedding and engagement ring?
David Bremner. Am I gonna get something for this pledge? Gave that bum money, now you guys are gonna leave me short.
How much did you give him?
$50?
Try another number.
20?
Try 10. Feel lucky you're getting it.
I have the rings right here.
Thank you.
What's this mark here?
Maker's mark. Usually traceable. That one came from Hartfield's Jewelry down on Broadway.
Okay.
Thanks for the tip.
Should we go there, or... I don't know.
Does this mark mean anything?
Hallmark. Gives you an idea of the quality.
Like the TV channel? With the bad movies?
What have you got on the guy who brought these in?
Goes by the name of Percy B. Shelley. Gave an address. 15 Poland Street, London, Tulare County.
Can you give us a description of the man who pawned these rings?
Not sure. Medium height, medium build. Dark hair, I think. Sorry. He just had one of those forgettable faces.
We'll be in touch, Mr. Bremner.
Are we gonna go do it, or I guess someone else would, because we have to focus on the dead body, so...
You're
Let's
behind
go
the
to
wheel.
liquor store, shall we? And then we'll
Where
go to the bar.
exactly are we going?
Yo, can you get in, Rusty? Is he stuck because of the car? There we go.
You know the way. You can drive. We have a problem.
We could have the local troopers check out the Tulare County address.
The address is bogus. Herp is having fun with us. The guy who's been sending the Dahlia letters is also the guy who pawned these rings.
How do you figure that one?
Percy Bysshe Shelley wrote the poem that came with the Dahlia letter. If the Dahlia letters are genuine, then the man who killed Elizabeth Short may have also killed Deirdre Mullen.
And how do we prove that, Phelps? Skipper ain't gonna like this one bit.
We're gonna have to rely on this guy tripping up on his own vanity.
What can I do for you?
LAPD, Phelps and Galloway. We're making inquiries into the murder of Evelyn Summers.
Evelyn? She's dead?
You knew Evelyn Summers, Mr.
Robbins. Yes, I knew Evelyn. I was a good friend of her ex-husband. She kept some of her stuff here.
Can you show us, please?
Sure. Come this way.
Okay. He seems a little weird. Maybe he's shocked by it all. Who knows?
You got some fine stock here, Mr. Robbins. Well, you let us take some for the road, this case might get solved a lot quicker.
He's joking, Mr. Robbins.
She kept a bed here, but I probably shouldn't have let her.
Jeez.
An alcoholic in a liquor store. That was never going to work out, was it?
Apparently.
We'll take a look around.
A photograph. I'm guessing her mom and her. Another photograph.
She wasn't always such a loner.
Looks like it. Got a book.
Evelyn was reading Aristotle?
Evelyn wasn't stupid. The only stupid thing about her was her need to drink.
And she was borrowing books from Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Grosvenor McCaffrey. Nothing to say about that? Three photographs. Where's the third one? I only see two. Just me,
When
I guess?
exactly did Evelyn work in the pictures?
A few years ago. She worked in legal copyrights for music.
That matches up with the card she had.
I'm guessing Evelyn hadn't held down a job for quite some time before she was killed.
Bowling pin? I have one of these. I got it for like my 8th or 9th. I think it was my 9th birthday.
Rawlings Bowling Alley. Maybe Evelyn did something other than drink in her spare time.
Maybe.
Rawlings. I know that place. Corner of 9th and Grand. A lot of cops bowl there on Tuesday nights.
Okay. I think that's it, right?
What now?
Question the owner. He must know something.
Okay.
Were you and Evelyn close, Mr. Robbins?
How many people will be sad she's gone? I'll be one of the few.
Jeez.
We got the impression that Evelyn had been sleeping rough of late.
It became difficult for me to have her staying here. Her mother was trying to get her back on the straight and narrow. She's old now.
Follow God and all
To
that.
be honest, you have to have a good reason to want to get back on.
True.
We're trying to account for Evelyn's movements yesterday.
She came by in the morning.
A social visit? To pick up some of her things?
She had a couple of bucks and bought a quart of rye.
Any idea where the money came from?
She didn't mention it, but she did say the booze was a present for a boy. She said they had been fighting and she had to make it up to him.
Is that McCaffrey?
Do you know a friend of Evelyn's by the name of McCaffrey?
Not personally.
Doesn't seem like it.
We're struggling for leads, Robbins. Did she know McCaffrey?
She idolized him. From what I gather, the feeling was far from mutual. He seems to peddle a revolutionary stance, fixing the ills of society. You could see how it would appeal to down-and-outs like Evelyn.
Thanks for your help, Mr. Robbins.
No problem. Hey, I'd like to make arrangements for the funeral. You think I could get in touch with Evelyn's mother?
Put in a call to the watch commander at Central Station, Mr. Robbins. He'll be trying to reach the next of kin.
Thanks. Get the guy, huh?
We'll try.
Evelyn never hurt anybody.
Okay. I guess we go to the bar now. I guess that's the only thing we can do.
Can you drive to this one?
All right, I guess we go to the bowling alley.
All
But
right.
let's go to the bar first.
Where are we headed? We should keep this development with the rings under our hat until we speak.
We're all on the same team, Rusty.
Chain of command, Phelps. The skipper will decide who needs to know. You got it?
I get it, Rusty. I just don't like it.
Drink, fellas.
Phelps, Galloway, homicide. We need to ask you some questions concerning Evelyn Summers.
I'm Walter Mensch. Evelyn Summers, what is it now?
You knew Evelyn?
As well as I wanted to know Evelyn. She's a pain in the ass, always coming in here, cadging drinks, never had any money. She was in just a couple of nights ago.
Did she ever tell you where she was staying?
I don't know. I think she was living rough. She had that kind of stunk about her.
Who did she drink with?
A bunch of these guys. Ask around.
What's your name?
Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Mind if I ask you some questions, Mr. McCaffrey?
I'm just a starving writer, Detective. What do you want to ask about?
Evelyn Summers, and why she was found beaten and strangled in the rail depot on Santa Fe.
Okay. I see your point.
How well did you know her?
I can't say that I knew her. It was more like I was aware of her.
Okay, interesting.
You say you barely knew Evelyn?
Yes, that is correct.
And that's just a lie.
You're lying, McCaffrey. You looked down your nose at Evelyn, but you knew her, and you have some idea of what happened.
I hope you're holding aces. I'm telling you again, I barely knew the woman.
Is that why you gave a book to her?
Why would you lend her your book on metaphysics if you only knew her in passing? It was more than that. A Renaissance man like yourself, lending his books to his acolytes.
She hounded me about that goddamn book, and then she lifts it from my apartment and lies to my face that she didn't take it, as if she could even comprehend any of it. I saw her go into a hotel with Tiernan last night. They had booze in a paper bag. He's your man.
So Tiernan is who the booze was for.
Do you have a criminal record, Mr. McCaffrey?
Nothing serious. I've had a few skirmishes.
Doesn't seem like it.
Do you want to save me some time, or do you want me to look up your file?
Industrial disputes, strikes, workers' rights, that kind of thing.
A regular fifth columnist. Nice to meet you, comrade.
Thank you for the information, Mr. McCaffrey.
Okay.
Help me out.
Next stop has got to be...
You a friend of Evelyn Summers?
Who's asking?
Very cute. You know who's asking.
I know my rights.
You don't have any. Answer the question.
Evelyn mooches for drinks. I don't have any time for that.
Was that so hard?
Keep writing me, copper.
Oh yeah. See what we can do.
You're behind the wheel.
And where exactly
Bowling
are we
alley.
going?
Yeah, why not?
Car 11K, car 11K, come in. Car 11K,
11 King.
a message from Captain Donnelly. Return to Central, code 2.
11 King, en route. Let's not keep the man waiting, Phelps.
Okay, never mind. I don't know. I mean, I wanted to go to the bowling alley, but I guess we'll go since we're already here. We might as well stay. Okay. Let's get going.
The captain is downstairs with Ray Pinker and Carruthers.
All right. Thank you.
I think his name is Phelps.
I said we bust in there and find the goddamn.
What's this about, Captain?
Ray and Mal have some concerns over the Henry and Muller cases, which I don't want aired outside of this room.
The evidence is solid, Captain.
I agree, Rusty. It's just that corpses keep piling up.
Copycats.
I've been banging the same drum. But the notes and the lipstick messages.
Evelyn Summers, Cartel Classic Carmine. Each woman, same brand, same color.
Teresa Terrelson didn't have a lipstick message.
Technically, you're right, Rusty. She didn't have any lipstick, but she did have a message. We found it beneath her dress, scraped with a sharp stick.
What did it say?
You sure you want to know?
Ray?
As far as we can be sure, it said cunt BD.
That's one way of looking at it.
Looking at what?
Cunt is all about access, Phelps. You're married, so yours is mortgaged. Some of us like to pay by installments. This guy doesn't like to pay at all.
Why are you so angry, Mal?
Because I just had to fire one of my assistants. He was a friend of Jameson's. God knows what he might have been up to.
Captain, we have good leads in the Summers case, but it's up to you to decide how we proceed.
Keep this under your hat for now. And to follow up on Evelyn Summers, I want daily reports.
We got our orders. Back to the Summers case. Get an address for McCaffrey. He'll have blown the bar. I'll meet you outside.
Okay.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address for a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Grosvenor McCaffrey. Apartment 6, 126 Yale Street, between Ord and Alpine.
Thanks, ma'am.
Okay. Let's go to the bowling alley first.
You can drive.
Let me pose a question.
Depends. What's it got to do with it?
Morals. Would it bother you to put the wrong person away?
Depends.
On what?
On whether anyone except the poor son of a bitch in the slammer ever found out.
Hello, Rusty. Two on your usual lane?
I'm Detective Phelps. Homicide.
You must be new. What's your shoe size?
We're conducting an investigation, ma'am. Do you know the name Evelyn Summers?
Sounds like I should. Oh, maybe it could be Jimmy's friend.
Jimmy?
James Tiernan. He's a pin setter. One day he introduced me to a lady after work. It stuck in my mind because she was much older, too old for him.
Where can we find Jimmy, Florence?
He'll be hopping around the lanes toward the back.
Thanks, ma'am. Let's go get him.
Hey, where are you running, buddy?
Tiernan! LAPD! There!
Nice car.
What are you waiting for? Get after him!
We might go faster if we weren't carrying the extra weight. These are flashy cars to be parked outside a bowling alley.
The lanes attract a fast-living individual with money to burn, Cole.
Or a middle-aged individual with the need to feel virile.
I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck.
That was killed
Another
someone.
runner. Well, at least we've got a suspect.
Why do they
Wow.
always run? I'm sure we've got the wrong person in more than one of these homicides, but they always seem to lam it.
You know, your theories are
That
not
is true.
airtight by any means, Phelps. Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close.
I mean, they do run for whatever reason.
This isn't the killer.
Like,
We
he
can at
knows
least get him for
he's
reckless
dead.
endangerment.
That's unless he runs into a wall and saves us all the trouble.
Nice car.
Hit him, Cole. Spin him out. That's the end of that. It's about fucking time.
Show me your hands!
Okay. It's getting dark. What now? Oh yeah, let's go to the apartment, I guess.
I need you to take a left at the next corner.
KGPL to all units. Citizen reports man with a gun. Union and Rockwood Street. Union and Rockwood Street. Unit to handle code 2. Identify.
Great.
Up ahead, you turn left.
You know the way. You can drive.
KGPL to all units. Citizen reports man with a gun. Union and Rockwood Street. Union and Rockwood Street. Unit to handle code 2. Identify.
11K, go ahead.
11 King. Citizen reports man with a gun at the intersection of Union Avenue and Rockwood Street.
God damn it! I said cough it up! I'm not gonna say it again. That's it, old man. I've had enough of your gibberish.
Jesus, man.
Give it up! LAPD!
Watch it, mister.
Thanks, man.
Hurry! You can still catch him.
Why did your head disappear? I have no idea. I couldn't tell you. I'm pretty sure her head disappeared. Did anyone else see that?
See him?
Next time, you're mine.
He's fast.
Holy Toledo!
Come on.
What's that guy from the paper? Saw that big case. God damn!
I tried to, but what do you want me to do? He was running.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Well, that's another one down. Ooh, nice place. I'm sure he's looking out. Six.
McCaffrey is in apartment 6.
Just like the Mafia 2 days, chat. Going up the stairs. 5 through 6.
Doesn't look like anybody's home.
Okay. I feel like I'm being watched. Just me?
Not much help.
Oh. It's the other half. August.
Torn from the letter we found beside the body. At the very least, I'd say it ties McCaffrey to the scene.
Wow. Whoa. He did it.
He said he was at
Raleigh
home.
bowling alley.
He said he didn't know her. And we have the book.
Let's see Carruthers argue his way out of this one.
Is that you, Grosvenor? Who are you guys? What are you doing in here?
We're from the LAPD, ma'am. Do you know where we might find McCaffrey?
I'm his neighbor. Is he in trouble?
Look, lady, we need to find him, and in a hurry. Are you gonna give me trouble?
He has a pigeon coop up on the roof. He spends his mornings up there when he's been drinking.
How do we get up there?
Down the hall and up the stairs.
Drunk and in command of a carrier pigeon. Surely we can write him up for that. A citation, at least.
Jeez. He just dumps it, too. Who would have thought? Is this the booze?
Not
Last
everything
bastion.
here is going to be relevant.
Okay. Let's get up there.
I've told you where he might be. That's the best I can do.
She is really nosy.
Isn't that the cop who solved the big case and got promoted?
You shut up. Thank you. Why does he have a carrier pigeon though? That's kind of weird. Isn't this the same one we ran through? Or went through?
Grosvenor McCaffrey! Running on a hangover, McCaffrey? Sit down and we'll talk.
I'll go get our wheels.
I'm pretty sure we ran through that, didn't we? So it was him all along. Right? Or is it a different one?
You a runner, McCaffrey? Stay and fight the good fight.
There he is. See him?
Yeah, I see him. Dude, Rusty, I thought he was getting in the car. Why is he taking so long to get in the car? Why did my thing vibrate?
Give it up, LAPD!
So it was him, right? Come here, boy. I can't tackle him. I'm just out of range. Come here, boy.
McCaffrey,
Jesus.
you're under arrest on suspicion of murdering Evelyn Summers.
Aren't we around where that Mexican girl died?
We need to get downtown and wrap this thing up. It's got to be McCaffrey. Unless Tiernan set him up. You don't think that asshole's James? Whoever did it. At least it wasn't that Dahlia fuck.
How do you know that McCaffrey didn't do the Dahlia?
True.
We have a list of over 200 suspects. His name was never on it.
If you think the list is exhaustive, Rusty, who am I to argue?
Listen, let's just work the case at hand, shall we? Then we can sit down and put all the puzzle pieces together at a later date.
I'll
We
hold you
went
to
through a
that.
birdcage, found the thing on the roof. I don't know if it's around the same area or not, because it's kind of hard to tell. But I don't know. It'd be interesting. It feels like that alleyway was sort of the same.
You sure you can make it stick with one of these suspects, gentlemen?
It's either McCaffrey or Tiernan, sir. I think Jameson is an aberration.
All right. I'll deal with that degraded lunatic myself. He's got some fearful retribution coming. Tiernan isn't one, McCaffrey isn't two. I want a confession from one of them.
What about both?
Don't fail me, young fellas.
I won't.
Any ideas?
Put the heat to one of them, Phelps. Your choice.
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn.
Why did you run, Tiernan?
I was the last one to see Evelyn that night. I knew you would think it was me.
You and Evelyn were drinking together last night, and she had no other place to stay.
I don't know what happened last night. I don't remember.
You're lying, Tiernan. You'd been fighting with her. You fought, and...
I'm not lying! She got up and left! That was it!
Is that why she bought alcohol for you?
She left, but she came back. She bought you a quart of whiskey to make it up to you. She told the liquor store owner. You're in deep trouble, buddy.
She said she loved me. She wanted to care for me. But she would never stop talking about McCaffrey. McCaffrey was a writer, and McCaffrey was a hero. McCaffrey cared for the little guy.
Did you kill her, Tiernan?
I might as well have. I kicked her out. She had nowhere to go.
Yeah, we'll go with this one.
Can you describe your relationship with Evelyn?
I barely knew Evelyn.
Is that so?
Keep lying to me and I'll have you charged and in front of a grand jury before your feet touch the ground.
How can you possibly prove Evelyn and I were more than friends?
With Tieran? Yeah, here.
McCaffrey gave you up, Tiernan. He says he saw you go into your hotel with Evelyn.
I met Evelyn at the public library. We would read for a while and then go for a drink. Last night, we went back to my hotel room and had some more to drink. I must have passed out. I woke up and she was gone.
What time was this?
Around midnight, maybe later.
And there's no one who can confirm this.
No, there isn't. I knew you wouldn't believe me.
Aristotle's Metaphysics, the book that belonged to McCaffrey.
McCaffrey saw her looking at her once and laughed in her face.
And you're saying Evelyn stole it.
She wanted something of his.
We either hang this on you or McCaffrey. You better give us something.
Well, McCaffrey's been in trouble with the law before. I mean, he always makes out it was some kind of labor dispute. But, you know, I'm not so sure.
Do you own a car, Tiernan?
No, I don't.
Have access to a lug wrench?
Well, we use a lot of them to clear jams in the pin setting machines.
Coroner's report says that Evelyn was killed with a wrench. I think you did it and then planted the evidence at McCaffrey's apartment for us to find.
We went to his apartment. McCaffrey was up on the roof. Evelyn stole the book. McCaffrey went crazy when he found out. He said he would put her out of her misery. He can be very cruel.
Evelyn was missing a ring from her right hand.
That's strange. She always wore it. A big black circular disc with a white E in the middle. It was made from an old typewriter key, a present from the prop department at her old movie studio.
We're going to talk to McCaffrey. You need to think about what you've told us, Tiernan. You're not in the clear.
Yeah, I want to make homicide. You know you've got it made if you can get to that desk.
You ready to answer some questions?
You think I have all the answers?
People who
I
run
hope
from the
so.
police usually have something to hide.
Touché, detective. Let's see where this takes us.
Evelyn died sometime around midnight. Remind me, where were you?
I was at home, writing. I'm working on a manuscript.
Is that so?
You're lying, McCaffrey. You were out at the rail yard.
And what do you have that proves I was there?
Even though I don't think this would actually prove he was there as a VR chat lawyer, he did have this.
How about half of Augusta Summers' last correspondence with her daughter?
What are you talking about?
After you were done beating Evelyn, you searched her and found her mother's letter. That old lady's anguish amused you.
I know nothing about a letter or Evelyn's goddamn mother.
So what was it doing on your writing desk?
I don't know, but if I didn't put it there, somebody else did. Try exercising your powers of deduction on that.
We found the lug wrench that Evelyn was battered with in your apartment, and the note from her mother, and your blood-stained clothing. We have you cold, McCaffrey.
You think if I could be bothered to murder Evelyn Summers, I would be stupid enough to leave the evidence in my apartment?
Yes.
I don't believe you, Grosvenor. The evidence says that you killed her.
You can prove that I wanted to kill Evelyn?
I guess the death or whatever threat, threats of violence.
Tiernan is prepared to testify that you threatened Evelyn's life in his presence.
Self-preservation. That's understandable. Okay, I'll level with you. Tiernan killed Evelyn. He came to me for help. I listened to him, and he explained why he did it.
Tiernan went to you for help. You expect me to buy that?
That's how it went down. I told him he made a terrible mistake, but he would be throwing his life away if he went to the cops. I took his things and told him I would dispose of them.
But you didn't.
Speak to Tiernan. He'll give it up.
We'll see about that. Let's go see what Tiernan knows, and then we'll make this phone call. I don't know. I feel like he's lying, but he's acted weird, like egotistical the entire time.
I can go, it's all been cleared up?
Not quite. We have one more question we need to ask, James. Then I think we will be done.
Sure. Go ahead.
So Evelyn passed out, and you walked out. What happened next?
I woke up in the morning, very hungover. I thought Evelyn would have come back.
I know you're lying, James. You went out looking for her. Tell me what really happened.
I don't know what you're talking about. How can you say I wasn't in that hotel room?
Because McCaffrey said you weren't.
You wound up at McCaffrey's. You were still incredibly drunk. You passed out on his floor. It's time to tell me what really happened.
McCaffrey woke me up the next morning, and he showed me the lug wrench and the letter and the box, and he said I came in with him last night. He said that I killed Evelyn, and that it was all over the radio, and that he would protect me. And I don't know, detective, for the life of me, I can't remember a goddamn thing. I was angry with her. Really angry. I could have done it. Was it me?
I don't know.
Wait here.
It's hard because it could have been him.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, detective?
I need the jacket on a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Just a moment, detective. McCaffrey was formerly under surveillance by the Red Squad. Convictions for petty theft. Dishonorable discharge from the Army during training at Syracuse. Assault on a local woman. Says he almost beat the woman to death.
Thanks. You were in the war?
Yes, I was. Seeing the things that I saw, it changes a man. I came back here determined to change things. All I wanted was a pen and an opportunity to speak out.
You told us before that you had only minor run-ins with the police. You didn't mention petty theft.
I've never been in trouble for violence. That's the salient point here, isn't it?
Is that true?
You're lying, McCaffrey. You have a history of violence towards women.
How do you turn a couple parking tickets and a petty theft misdemeanor into an assault charge?
We know all about you and your dishonorable discharge, beating some poor woman near to death in Syracuse. You've never been in combat, McCaffrey. Your whole life is a fraud.
She was a goddamn peasant whore. She tried to steal from my wallet. I could have fought for this country. I could have.
You beat her because she stole from you, because she tried to outsmart you.
The ignorant audacity of the bitch. What is a man supposed to do? Sit there and take it? How is a man supposed to call himself a man?
And Evelyn Summers, a poor, drunken nobody, stole your book.
And she got what was coming to her.
Grosvenor McCaffrey, I'm charging you with the murder of Evelyn Summers. She was a sad lady who never hurt anyone except herself. I hope God finds a way to forgive you.
Congratulations, boys. You bagged the fine catch. Another red to boot. Grand. Now, I want you to put this business about a repeat offender out of your mind. This McCaffrey creature shows no remorse, and neither will the grand jury. You would have to walk a long mile to find a better candidate for an unmarked plot in the prison graveyard.